I don't know why I did that. I just heard that I was loading something up onto the tiki-takis, and that came across while it was loading. So I'm like, I don't know why I'm thinking about that. I just am. People have been doing these. My lips are really popping right now, and the lip gloss is popping, baby. People have been doing these jingles and stuff here on TikTok or whatever because the girl got signed and she got not only a was it Pepsi commercial, but she also got a freaking Vita Coco commercial, and she's gonna be at the Super Bowl, so she getting paid. Like she getting some coin. So a bunch of people have been trying to, make up their little jingles and stuff. I've done a few myself. I haven't really thrown myself into it yet. But I've done a few. But like one guy got flown out by Vaseline. Some other girl got a little sign, got a little something, something. I'm like, shoot, I should be getting something. I'm a songwriter. Like, come on over here. But yeah, so whatever. It doesn't matter. But I just think that it's funny and enjoyable. And I just love when everybody is kind of like on one accord. Everybody's just trying to do the same thing. And that's happened a few times with a few things. The Billy Porter video, um, the jingles, and the owl impression. Somebody asked me to do a horse impression, and I did it. And I thought, hey, that's a good way to have a little different, take or whatever, and you do it, and maybe it'll catch on. It ain't caught on yet. It ain't caught on yet, but that's okay. Alrighty. I'm making sure one that this looks good and tastes good. Having a little tea, a little green tea. I hope people do watch this later on. So, but yeah, it looks good. Hey, the hair is looking good to here from here anyway. I got a little stragglers and stuff here and there, but it's looking good. Got my little man bun. Let me see. I got a few things that I need to do while I'm hanging out in here. So I want to keep the lights on. So let me take this and plug it in. Plug it into my laptop because this will die out within about 20 minutes. It really does not last very long. That's what he said. Hidden Valley Ranch. So I was supposed to come on yesterday. See, this is my problem. This is my problem. I am very good at jumping on and doing that, but I'm terrible at like programming like a regularly scheduled time because yesterday I told everybody I was in and we had a hopping friggin' chat with a lot of crazy stuff going on. I think it was Tuesday or was it Wednesday? It was Wednesday. And so I said, oh yeah, I'll be in the chat on like 3:30 because I have a class at 5 o'clock. So I'm gonna be here at 3:30. Let me tell you, I came home yesterday and I was tired. I'd been out shopping and stuff. I went to lunch with friends, just enjoyed my little day. I got home, I was tired. I was tired. So I laid down. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. So I laid down. I set my alarm for like 30 minutes to get up. I did not get up until almost like 4 something, like 4:15, 4:20. It was after 4:20. I know that. So like I didn't do, of course I didn't come on at 3:30, so I didn't end up going on at all. So then I thought maybe I'll go on afterwards, but then I didn't end up doing that either. And what did I get into yesterday that I didn't end up going? I was making a few videos. I was making a few videos. Yeah. I had one dance video I want to make that I've got to remake because I just realized that I think my camera is great here on my iPad, but when I'm trying to use it like to do dances and stuff like that, it just doesn't come out as clear for whatever reason. So I need to do it on my DSLR now, which is hard because I can't do it right on TikTok with the music. So I have to do it and then upload it and then sync it with the music and all that, which is a pain in the butt. But because I like the creating, I don't really, still, I will do a little editing, but I'm still not crazy about it. It's still not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I like to create. I like to sing, dance, act, write. I like coming up with jingles. I like coming up with little parodies and stuff like that. I like doing all of that, writing music, and but like when it comes down to doing all the editing and trying to make it look really blah blah blah, I just don't. I don't know if it's that I don't have the talent for it or just that I don't have the patience. I don't know. Maybe it's the patience. What's up? Did you ever make a music video? Yes, I've made a few music videos that you can watch here on YouTube. And it is hard. It's hard. It's hard for any creator, especially on social media, that you have to do everything yourself, especially when you first start out. You know, after you get 100,000 or so followers and you're getting a regular, income or whatever, even if it's a little bit, then you hire people. You can hire an editor. All the streamers have somebody who follows them around. So they have a photographer or a director of cinematography who follow them around, on the streets and stuff like that. The guy took, who is it? I Show Speed probably took a team of like 20 people to Africa with him because he had his bodyguards, he had his cinematographers, he had people taking his photos. He had people, he had his assistants, he had all these people because he can afford to pay those people. When you are a new YouTuber or you just somebody just doing it for fun or doing it because yeah, you could blow up, but it's about the creativity. It's about doing it so that you continually flex that muscle. For me, it's about flexing that muscle, that being creative, and that keeps you, being creative. The more you do it, the more you can do it. Like, I'm gonna get to your comments in just a second. Just give me just a second. Like today, I was working on a few videos, and this is usually when I get up in the morning. I do my yoga. I might do a little vocal warm up, and then I start working on my content. I might grab something to eat. I want to post on each of my sites if I can, if I have an idea for that site. Or if I have one good idea I think I've made or whatever, or something I need to do, then I'll post it on all of my sites. So I was doing that this morning, and then I came up with this little, no, I didn't come up with it. I was editing some video from a live that I'd done, and I had been singing this on my live, and it's like the FYP is not supporting me. So I was doing this little blues thing. The FYP is not supporting me. So I decided to go ahead and write it, like, cause I figured it's gonna be really short or whatever. It don't be no long song, just a little quick little parody, but with original melody and lyrics. So I did that, and I posted it up. I just wrote it out real quick. Hold on a minute. I just wrote it out real quick. There's my little lyrics or whatever. Wrote it out real quick and sang it a few times and took the best take and posted it. I had to do nothing but clip the opening and clip the ending, to make it clean. And I wasn't doing all the crazy editing and trying to make it go in and out and changing the colors. And I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing all that. I done wrote the song like good. What more do you want me to do? As an independent creator, what do you want? What do you want me to do? So it's really hard when you got to think of the ideas, you got to shoot them, you got to edit them, you got to post, you got to market, you got to do the lighting, you got to do the cinematography, you got to be the director, you just got to do everything. And I applaud all of those people who shined, especially in the beginning of their career, to get all of that stuff done and to do it well. Because it's not easy to do everything. They usually say a jack of all trades, a master of none. So you can do a lot of things, but you don't do any of them really well. On social media, you have to do at least some of them really well. Let me look at the comments as I have you guys over here, and it's a little easier to see. Did you ever? I answered that already. Hey, 11 King. Hey, where cat's eye at? You got really old music videos. Yeah, I do have really old music. Because I haven't written any new music besides parodies in a long time. So I haven't really been making many videos like that, My original music, I am working on 2 original songs now. But like, I haven't really been writing original music because I haven't been focused on that. I've been focused on doing my gigs, which I'm a wedding singer. I do gigs during the year, throughout the year, singing at different places. And I've been working on my writing, which I'm in a writing class, creative writing class. So I figure the next chapter of my life, I love singing, I love performing, but I don't think I want to be. My dad's performing too. He's a singer, and he's 70 something, still out there performing, traveling, flying from show to show or whatever. I don't want to be doing that at 7 years old. at 70 years old. Um, so I'm practicing and learning for the next part of my life, my next chapter I call it, and that is as a writer. Because I'm a songwriter, because I write poetry, I write short stories. I've been in creative writing class for like 10 years. So like I have ideas for, I mean, I literally from being in class and just doing exercises and stuff like that. I have short stories, I have poems, I have science fiction, I have original creative, what do you call it? Creative nonfiction. I have a few book ideas, a few ideas for like short story compilations. I have all of this stuff. So I'm really working on my craft right now so that soon I would just be able to sit down, doing my writing whatever every day, and that'll be my job. And I'll be published as, and I am published as a writer, but like I'll be publishing short stories and books and doing journalism, writing op-eds and getting paid to do it. So I'm not out there doing this all the time. I'm using my mind, my creativity, the things that I've been through in life to write stories about all these different characters, that some that I've met throughout my lifetime and some that are living in my head, at different points in my life. Why don't you sing a song? I kind of want to hear something. I may sing. Give me a few minutes. Are we talking about speed? Yeah, we did talk about I Show Speed. Um, I would never hate on Speed, Kai Sanat, Rakai, Toda, Ray. I love these guys. Now, I'm not one to sit and watch like a live stream for an hour or whatever like that, but I do watch the clips of them. And now and then one of them will come across, one of their live streams will come across while I'm scrolling or something, and I might watch for 5 or 10 minutes, but I ain't watching nobody for 20 hours or something like that. That's just not me. Nobody hating. We talking about content creation. Yes, we are. The Broken Spawn. Is that the Broken Spawn? Oh, where cat's eye at? Yeah, we talking about. Thank you very much for saying that. Yes, if you're in the live, please go ahead and thumb it up for me. If you want to share it, you can share it. We're gonna be in here. I'm gonna say till 12 o'clock. If it's boring for me, then I might leave before that. But I'm gonna say till 12 o'clock. He is a cool dude. I don't think he would hate. No, you know what I find is that people who are constantly creating and people that are constantly moving and doing things don't have time to hate on anybody else. You just don't have the time. Like, and if I see things that are like not great or whatever, sometimes I might say something, but I usually won't say anything that's bad. I'll be like, oh, you could have done that better. I mean, I'll try my best to say something uplifting or something to help them, give some creative critique to help them improve their skills. Just I would hope when someone is saying to me, oh, I was watching your stream. You should really do so and so and so. And I will take that into account. Now, I might not do it because, I pretty much do what I want to do, right? Because, I'm not making no money. I'm not like, a big streamer. And I'm not necessarily looking to be a big streamer or a big YouTuber. I've been on YouTube since 2006. And I've gotten a lot of opportunities just showing up on screen, having my videos out there. I have over 1,100 videos here. I have over 1,200 videos on TikTok, and I have videos all over the place. All over the place. If anybody's ever looking for my digital footprint, you can't miss it. I've got music, I've got skits, I've got comedy, I've got me doing stupid stuff, I've got me doing political stuff, it's just everything. It's just all over the place. All right, Sativo. In and out, sorry, Red, one man band. I'm not really a one man band. I sing. I play a little bit of piano. I have my keyboard here. Hey, bro, what's up? But I'm not a one man band. I wish I was, but I'm not. That's one thing, and I think that I'm gonna make a video about that too. When they say if I could do it all over again, what would I do differently? As a musician, if I could do it over again, I would concentrate more on learning an instrument or four, so especially things to accompany yourself outside. So the keyboard, the guitar, the ukulele, you know, they're just basics that you should know so you can go out into the world wherever you are and play. You can carry your whatever violin, yeah, you could, but violin's not something that you really that lays down a background music. You know what I'm saying? It's something kind of, it's more like a voice. It's something to blend with your voice. One man, I feel like you don't got editing, nothing except for singing, as long as you film this in order and find right lighting. Yes, that's what it's about for me sometimes. I just try to make sure my lighting is as good as it can be. My sound is as good as I can get it. And then I'm doing the stuff that I love to do and enjoying it. Because I feel like as a performer, usually if you're on stage, if you're enjoying yourself, more than likely people around you watching are enjoying themselves also. So I have fun when I'm out there performing, and I have fun when I'm on camera. Shine, shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like, hey, Felix first. That's what content creation is. It's not easy. No, it's not easy. What is easy is going to work for someone else that has one person doing a specific task to benefit him. And that is also why big creators get others in. Yeah, you know what? You could go to work every single day. That has not been my forte throughout my life. I saw my father as I was growing up performing, and yes, he had bosses sometimes because he worked for other bands and other established groups. But you're an independent contractor when you sing because you sign a contract for however long, maybe one day, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years or whatever. Generally, it's 6 months to a year you sign a contract for, and then you do that time, and then you decide, both of you decide if you want to re-sign for another 6 months. So you're an independent contractor, and I love that. My side jobs, which I really don't do anymore because I consider my day job to be my wedding singing, which I do on the regular. But like when I had side jobs, waiting tables, doing promotional work out on the street, doing little sometimes extra work, doing corporate video work, like you like doing crowd work in a corporate video or something like that. When I was doing all that, it was just to pick up extra money to make sure I have a regular income coin coming in so that I can keep doing what I want to do, which is my art, which is singing. You sprained your ankle? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you get better soon. Sup, Unc? What's up? What's up, Ninga? Lazo? I think you were here on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. What's up? Do you do song reviews for $4.99 Super Chat? Song reviews for $4.99 Super Chat. Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, I could. It's something I haven't really thought about. I used to do on this page, I used to do song reviews and album reviews, but I kind of stopped doing it because I don't know. I just got away. Sometimes you just get away from stuff, either because it's not that popular or because it takes away from other things that you want to do. So I think, because I used to do also commentary on American Idol and The Voice and X Factor when it was in the US. And it just takes up a whole lot of extra time um, that I could be doing something that I feel is more creative and more on the lines of the kind of thing that I want to be doing on social media. Enjoying myself, having a good time. Hello, bro. Hey, Rowan Gamer. Can you play Knife by In Hyphen? You're gonna have to play that. I don't want my stream to get copyright, so you're gonna have to play that one yourself. Fairy Tale with Violin. Egghead. Back at you, Bill Johnson. If Snoop Dogg and Deborah Wilson had a son, that will be you. Snoop Dogg and Deborah Wilson. I might have to. Let me. You know what? Because y'all be giving me some interesting things to look at. So Snoop Dogg, which I've gotten a few times, and Deborah Wilson. I'm gonna call it collage. But on CapCut you have that thing where you can put two people together. So I might do a video like that, and I'll put the two together and see if it looks anything like me. Yummy ramen. I'm the only one here. Okay, but that's all right. Hang out with me. There's 3 people in the chat right now. Good morning, my new friend. Hey, Empathic veteran, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Hey, new friend. So people are in and out of the chat. It pops up right here, but it pops up and leaves. So if I'm talking and stuff like that, then of course I miss it. So it's better for me to read it over on the screen over here. I'm having some green tea this morning. I'm also a chef, but I've never went to school to cook. I kind of studied under my great grandmother, my mom, and my grandma, and a chef that I worked for. She was paralyzed on one side, and she had been a professional chef. So it's like one of my hobbies. And I always say, if I wasn't a singer, if I didn't have such a passion when I was younger to be a singer, I probably would have went to school to be a chef. My best friend is a chef. My BFF is a chef. He's down in Florida right now. Um, yeah, doing his thing. I got to go down there and visit sometime soon. Yeah, so this morning I made some French toast with some eggs with a bunch of different vegetables and fried banana. So yesterday what did I have for dinner? I had some leftover chicken, baked chicken. I had made some kale I had leftover. And I had a salad. I had a lot of greens yesterday for whatever reason. I had a Boston lettuce salad. So I try to eat very healthy, but it's a long-term thing. I've been doing it since 2004, changing my diet, just throwing some stuff out that's not good for you and substituting with better things. So I've been doing that 22 years now. And I'm in my fifth decade. I'm in the middle of my fifth decade, and I think it's been working out very well. I have a bunch of energy. I'm in good shape. I do my little yoga, whatever, every other day. And yeah, so I'm keeping it together. Somebody said something in the chat. Let me see what's going on. You're drinking hot chocolate. Yeah, you like a hot chocolate. The spicy rib and saucy. I love to explore new people with different lifestyles on live. It's fun. Yeah, I don't watch live so much on YouTube unless it's like a news thing or if like someone's doing if it's like an announcement or if it's like political, like watching Zoran Mandami, who is my mayor, or watching that POTUS that we have talking about something which I can't listen for too long, or if it's like a news and they're talking about what's going on somewhere. That's usually when I watch live. But I watch live a lot on another site that's got to do with a clock. A clock, clock, clock. And because you're scrolling, and sometimes you just come across somebody's live, and they're talking about something, you're like, oh, this is interesting, so I'll watch for a little while. Or like one of my mutuals, one of my friends, somebody I follow comes up, so I'll watch for a few minutes and let them know, tap them a few times, a few hundred times usually. And, say I just came in to support, I'll see you later. So just things like that there. I don't, I would say I don't have the time, but usually I'm doing something. Usually I'm busy doing something. Either I'm reading, or I'm working on content, or I'm watching a program that I need to watch. I don't really watch TV, but I watch a lot of stuff on social media, on the internet, um, or I'm running the streets. See, it's cold outside right now, so I'm not running the streets like I would be, because it's freezing. And tomorrow night it's supposed to be 20 below zero. That's what they're saying. I don't believe it, but I'm going to be in the house because it's burning up in here right now because I got that radiator heat and it is burning. Literally, my windows are cracked, and then one window is almost wide open because that keeps it, a little cooler, but still hot. I don't know how to explain it, but I can still feel the heat on my skin, but then there's like a little cool breeze coming across the floor, so that I'm not like overheated, because that heat can be oppressive. It can be oppressive, and I love for it to be hot, but I don't like it to be stuffy. You know. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments. Eastern Files. What is that? I can relate. I live in Canada. In Canada, it's been a while since I've been in Canada. I don't think they would let me in Canada no more. I think I wore out my welcome. What time is it? I said I was going to stay here till 12. What time is it? 11:40, 11:40, 11, 11, 11. It's 12 minutes. Okay, 12 minutes. 11:48. Alrighty then. So what are we going to do? What are we going? Oh, while I'm sitting here, I wanted to start. My Wi-Fi be really slow sometime because it's bootleg. But I'm supposed to be spreading my video around a little bit. And the FYP is supposed to take it and do what it's supposed to do, and this, but it's always like you don't really get the kind of, I don't, I don't know. You just don't get the traffic that you want until you do, and you're going crazy. I just had a video do about 20,000, 20 something thousand views, um, here on YouTube, on this channel actually. And it was great and all of that. But you're getting these constant notifications and stuff. You kind of get on my nerves. I had to cut my notifications off because I don't want to be hearing blip blip every few seconds. Like, come on, get a life. You know what I'm saying? Get a life. I want to go to YouTube and I want to go to Facebook. I mostly be posting my videos in Facebook groups and on Reddit and on Twitter threads and Blue Sky. So if I have something that I really want to spread or really want to share, it'll be on one of those sites, in one of those places. I got a bunch of messages. People love me. They love me. I'm so appreciative. So appreciative. One of my band leaders just hit me up. If it ain't about no job, I don't want to hear from you. If it ain't about no job, don't write me. I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. Bye. Thanks for dropping by. I ain't gonna be in here for too much longer, I don't think. Just chilling out. Should I sing a song? I want to sing a song that I can clip and put up. But when I actually plan on doing that, I don't end up clipping it. Oh Lord. Mmm. Green tea, just a little bit of honey. It's so delicious, so refreshing. I don't have a lot that I need to do today. I've pretty much done everything that I say need to do as an artist on social media. But I am working on 2 new songs that I want to have ready. I wanted to have one ready for Valentine's Day, but I don't think that's going to happen. But maybe, especially if I decide to do it a cappella first and post it up. I was just reading something about how Somber said that he puts up clips of his songs a lot of times when he's writing them to see if it resonates with people, and then if it does, he works on it harder. So I'm thinking maybe I should put the chorus up of this one song I call the immigration song and see if people if it's resonating with people. And I can actually play a little bit at the piano. I've been working out the chord structure, the basic chords for the song, and it's pretty literally 4 chords. And a lot of songs are 4 or 5 chords, the whole song. So it's very much in that area. So I'm thinking I should just go ahead and do that, and I could put that up before Valentine's Day. But I have that one, and I have another that's kind of an old school love. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. That's the melody. I don't want to give it all away. Y'all want to sing it and all that different stuff because I ain't posted up and nothing yet. But that's the melody. And I actually put a few of the words into So New, I think it is. And it came out, okay, what's up? What's going on with you? Nothing much, chilling over here. Friday, TGIF. What is this? That looked like some Chinese characters to me. Is that Mandarin? I need. So I have two songs, like I said, two original songs that I'm working on, and I have not written a full scale song in probably 2, 3 years now. But I have been writing parodies, and I have a bunch of parody ideas. And my goal in 2026, one of my goals in 2026, is to put up a parody a month, at least one, at least one. So that should be very doable. You can say I put one up today, even though it's not a parody of an original song, or that's not a parody of an existing song, but like it's kind of a parody. So it counts. But I have some other ones. I have a political parody that I am readying. I actually I haven't looked at it in a few weeks, but it's about ready, and it is a parody of a Britney Spears song, but it's politically leaning, and they're kind of like Randy Rainbow, but not as elaborate. And I don't know. I just have I have one that's about a dog. It is so random that I'm like, are people even gonna get this? And I'm trying to think of like the visuals and stuff, and I don't really, but I gotta find visuals and stuff like that. I mean, I could just sing it, but I think it'd be funny if it has visuals of like a big old scruffy dog running around chasing people or something. I don't know. Maybe I could do that with AI. I really do not. It's not that I don't like AI, but I don't necessarily understand it. I do think that it could take the place of a lot of the things we do, but I don't think AI has the capabilities, especially at this point, to actually create things um, that are original, you know, that are heartfelt. Um, but I don't know. Maybe it does. It'd be scary if it comes to that point where it can outdo, you know, our writers, our great writers and songwriters and script writers and stuff like that. Oh! Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. We just hanging out. Y'all see that little thing right there? Look. Why is it there? That's what I want to know. Something came up in the chat. Let's see what's going on. You sent me the parcel and the pros. I thank you. I thank you so much because I need it. I really do. Did you remember the check? Because I need the check too. Just don't forget. Oh, you sent it already, so I hope you didn't forget. Because if you forgot, ain't no checking it. I'm sending it back. Return the sender. Somebody just sent me a W-2 or whatever, and he just texted me. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know your address changed. It came back. It's like 3 weeks later, and it came back." I'm like, I've been living in the same place for 20 something years. Why did it come back? So he sent me a picture of it came back, and he took the thing, you know, the little tag that they put across it, and showed me the address. He didn't put my friggin' apartment number on there. So I'm like, oh, it's probably because the apartment number isn't on there. But like, if you have a regular mailman who always brings the mail and it comes to this building and he's got everybody's name in their mailbox or the names that they get mail, he's got them inside my mailbox. So why wouldn't he just be able to drop it in there even without the apartment on it? I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not making. It's not clocking to me. It's just not clocking to me. Remember, Justin Bieber is not clocking to me. Did y'all see the performance Justin Bieber did on the Grammys? What did you think of it? Tell me in the chat. What did you think of his performance? I'll wait. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Countdown, 2 minutes. So whoever it is didn't want to answer because they left. Say yeah. I don't know what it is that I am so in love with this hair. Like, I'm supposed to be like putting it back up in braids or something like that. But I am just, because I'm just liking the way I've never in my life been able to put my hair in a ponytail. And I got my little bro, my little, what you call it? What do they call this thing? Bro tail, bro pony tail. But what is it called? I can't think of. What is it called? Man bun. That's what it is. Man bun. So I've never been able to do a man bun with my natural hair before. So I'm absolutely loving this. I'm actually going to a party later on tonight, a karaoke party, and it's as given by my mentor, my creative writing mentor, who is about to publish his first book, and he has new stuff published all over the place. He's been nominated for 2 Pushcart Player Awards. Is that what it's called? Pushcart Player? I think it's just a Pushcart Awards. But they're having a karaoke party tonight. It's going to be an international group of people. Every time it's this party, they got people from a lot of different Spanish countries, because he's from Colombia, and people from the U.S., the Caribbean, from all over the place. So we're going to be doing karaoke, and it's going to be interesting. And because it's a Spanish, kind of Spanish party, they're going to make sancocho, which I love. Every time they make that sancocho, it's like a stew to me, with chicken and all kind of other stuff. So they're gonna have sancocho. We're gonna do some karaoke, and I usually don't do karaoke because I'm a professional singer. But I'm thinking, what could I do that would be interesting? So I'm already planning on doing Bésame, Bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. And hopefully I'm gonna do it better than that. I'm gonna be reading the words, so hopefully I'm gonna do better. The hard part is gonna come in the verse. He's saying, I forget, I even forget it because I did a cover of it on. I was working on my Spanish. I was going somewhere and I was working on Spanish, right? It seems like every time I go to, or I plan a trip to a Spanish speaking country, I start working on my Spanish, to make sure I get it together. And at least be able to say, hello, goodbye, please, thank you, where's the bathroom, nice to meet you, my name is, you want to go back to my hotel now. To be a little conversational. So I was doing that. So I did 3 songs. I did Quizás, Quizás, Quizás by Nat King Cole. I did Bésame Mucho. And then I got ambitious and I did Miley Cyrus, Wrecking Ball, but I did it in Espanol. I did it in Spanish. And I made a full video. It's crazy. If you go to my page, let me see if I can put it in the chat. If you go to my backup channel, will it let me do it? It might not let me do it. Oh, there it is. If you go to my backup channel and look up Wrecking Ball, you can see this elaborate video that I did in Spanish. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun, and it's stupid, and it's very me. It's very on brand, actually. If you could time travel, 6'7", 6'7", Snoop Dogg from Timu. No, from Chanel. Put him in Chanel. Put him in Chanel. You tripping on me, bro. You asked for it. I asked for it, but I told you to send the freaking check too, man. If you can right, Ron, are you still here, Ron? If you could time travel, where would you go first? I have no idea. If I could time travel, I have no idea idea where I would go first. Um, but, but, just maybe, I went to see the pyramids, and I saw pyramids in Cancun and in Egypt. And if I could go and actually watch them completing the pyramids, any pyramid, not any pyramid, the pyramids in Giza, particularly. I saw some of the older pyramids, and it just looks like a big mound of dirt on the outside, on the inside. So like people are like, oh, there's no way people built those. You know, humans did, and it's like crazy because you can see in different places in the city, and I'm sure if you went around the country there even more. But you can see how they got better and better at making the pyramids. Um, Giza might be the final project, and it's even better at Chichen Itza in Cancun. It's just it's gorgeous and it's like perfect. You know what I'm saying? At least on the outside. But you can see that some of the pyramids are just a mound of dirt. They look like a mound of dirt. You know, then you go inside and you see. So they worked on this design for probably hundreds of years before they got it right. So ain't no aliens come down and create the pyramids. But that is one place I would like to go if I could time travel. And it would be specifically at some point where they're finishing the pyramids, not when it's done, not when they're putting on the final brick or something like that, but like maybe when it's three-fourths done to see what they're doing. You know, if I could just go to one place, I think that would be it. I think. I think. I do think of my mom. I would probably want to go back. Um, just spend some time with my mom and my younger self. If I had a second chance to do it, because my mom, it's always hard to talk about. Like I always don't know how to approach it or whatever. But my mom was killed when I was young by someone who supposedly loved her. He had been her fiance. Um, you know, and she was leaving him, and he's like, "You're not leaving me. If I can't have you, nobody's gonna have you," kind of thing. So I was 12 years old. I just turned 12, maybe 2, 3 months. I turned 12, and so I would definitely go back there also, just to see my younger self with my mom, my little brother. Um, yeah, that would be another thing I want to do. But I think first, above that, I would definitely want to go see the pyramids first, see them building the pyramids. Um, well, that got deep. Ah, and it's like 40 years later. It's more than 40 years later. No, 30. Yeah, 40 years later. You know, and it still hurts. You know what I'm saying? When I think about it, it still hurts. And I've never been in therapy about it or anything like that. You know, so maybe that's why. Maybe I haven't worked through those feelings or whatever. But yeah. So I put my thing in the chat. I said I was gonna stay on here till noon, and it is a little after noon. It's Friday. TGIF. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me for a little while. If you're watching this later on, make sure to thumb it up. And tell me if you could travel, if you could time travel to one place, where would it be? Where would you like to go? And why? All right, this is Robert Antime, robertantime.com, your singer, songwriter, actor, author, poet, signing out. Peace and be well. Have a wonderful weekend. Now, how you cut this thing off? There we go. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. My hair looks so dark.